Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my friends, this week I'm going to be talking about one practice, one activity which can significantly impact positively your communication skills, which is going to have a direct effect on the amount of positive job applications that you're going to have, positive job interviews, on the amount of speed with which you grow within a certain type of organization, on the amount of just like fun and joy you have with people that you talk to, with your friends, with your colleagues, by simply basically how do you improve your communication? What is this activity that you can start doing? And if you start doing consistently, you're gonna get ahead. I'm George Maloff, founder of the Catapult Your Career Academy, where I share with you practical advice and actionable knowledge as to how you can get your career ahead faster and how you can ace your job application process. So if you're new to this channel, consider to subscribe. So today, what is this topic and why am I talking about this today? It's because last week I had this talk with a friend and we were discussing about the importance that video has had on me as a person, on how much more self-awareness it has brought to me as to, just like how am I in my environment? How do I look to other people? How do other people perceive me? Because before, when I was super afraid of the camera, like a few years ago, when if somebody would point a camera at me, I'll be like, what the hell is going on? I mean, like, move this way. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm scared. Oh my God. Like, oh, like I really couldn't say anything and I wouldn't look good. It was like, it was absolutely horrible. But I gradually developed it. I needed to perform in front of a camera for one specific task I had. Then there was a second, there was a third task, and then at some point I became kind of okay, like kind of okay, like decent. But as I kept doing this, I kept recording more videos. I kept watching myself on these videos, and I kept analyzing other people, how they look on videos. I kept looking for people, okay, why do I like this specific person? What is there about him or about her which makes me attracted to him? Why do I enjoy listening to that person? You probably know that there's this type of people where you're just like you're listening to them, and it's almost like you cannot stop listening to them, or it's like engaging, it's entertaining to listen to them. So I started asking myself these questions. Why? What do they have that I don't have? Are they just so gifted that they just have it and I don't? And for a long time, that is what I thought, that was my belief, because I wasn't able to talk good. Like, I wasn't satisfied with the way I talked. Like, for example, in my high school, I used to be part of a lot of debating competitions. And I dare say I was kind of okay. Like, I was kind of good in terms of debating, in terms of logic, and just building arguments, counteracting arguments, and so on and so forth. But I was really, really bad in terms of delivery. I mean, I wasn't like, I wouldn't like, I was bad in terms of nobody would listen to me, I would talk, what I say would make sense, and if you write it down and if you care, like, listen very, very, very carefully to what I say, you say, yeah, sure. I mean, what he says makes sense. He's a smart guy, and people would like rate me, like judges would say, yeah, he's cool, like whatever. But this was only practical in the debating scene. Outside of this bubble of this competition, maybe I had some strong arguments, but if I'm not able to deliver them strongly, nobody listens, nobody cares. And when I talk about arguments, this is when you sell yourself at a job interview. This is when you convince your friends to go on a specific vacation. This is when you convince your parents to let you do something. This is when you convince your spouse to go somewhere or to whatever, do something again. It's all about communication. And okay, arguments are important. The content is important. But the key point for me was when I realized that like, there's this research, I don't know the percentages, I don't remember them precisely, but basically what it says is that about 7 to 10% of what you say is what people perceive and remember. Like the whether they would act is about 7% of the content that you actually say. Then you have like 30 to 40% of your voice, how you talk, what is your tone, how you play with your voice, how you use it, how you develop it. And then the other like major part was your body language. And so even if you say super smart, amazing things, even if you have the skills, you have the talents, you have the experiences, when you apply for a job or when you do whatever, talk to anybody, it may not be heard. It's because the content itself is only 5 to 10%. If you don't deliver it well, nobody cares. They're not going to understand. They're not going to listen. So you need to develop more or less ways in which you can speak better and ways in which you can have a stronger body language when you talk in front of people. Now, obviously, I would strongly advise you to just start paying more attention to what other people that you marvel, that you respect, that you are engaged with do, and like try to find patterns, trying to identify these patterns and to then introduce them into your particular behavior, into your particular kind of like how do you interact with other people. But more importantly, the hack, the trick, the exercise, the habit which I want you here to take out of this is that you start to seeing yourself from a distance, because you don't really realize how you look on the side until you have somebody show you. And the best way for somebody to show you or for you to see yourself if there's a camera there. So that is why I improved a lot since I started talking in front of a camera. And I challenge you to start talking in front of a camera yourself. You don't have to record like vlogs, or like YouTube channel like I do. If you do, that is good. If you make a promise like I did to be posting a video every single week on my YouTube channel, this helps because this is gonna force you, like, and you make this publicly. I've publicly said to a bunch of people, I'm gonna be posting every single Monday. I'm doing it again on this video. So I cannot afford not to have a video that adds value to you every single Monday. So that's why I'm doing it. And because it is helping me to constantly improve my communication. It is helping me to deliver value to you, to keep my relationship with you. And it's only bringing positive things to me. It's because I made this public announcement. Now, this is kind of already a rant becoming, like I'm not really structured as you can see in this particular video, but I want this to get out, and I'm sure that some of you which are watching this are hopefully gonna get something out of it. So my super strong suggestion for you is that you start recording yourself in terms of video, because the moment you start recording can be with your phone, like just with the selfie video of you can just start every day at the end of the day or in the beginning of the day, record yourself with your phone and say, this is what I did today, these are my goals for today, this is how I plan to do them in the morning, in the evening, this is what I achieved, this is what I didn't achieve, this is why, this is how I feel, this is what happened, this is what I learned from today. And there's this video where you just talk. And then first of all, that's cool because you're creating a diary of yourself, which you can then come back to after some time and laugh at yourself, as I usually do at myself. Or, I don't know, just like remember stuff that you've forgotten, that's one thing. But secondly, you can rewatch those and like when I started, because I did this at some point last year, have to confess, I wasn't super consistent. I did it for about 3-4 months, but then I stopped. But at least I transitioned to this new thing that I'm doing now. So I record every week, at least once, these type of videos. But so what this helped me instantly when I watched these videos was the fact that I was saying too much, like this type of fewer words which mean nothing, which like when I hear myself, I'm like, I don't want to sound like this. I mean, I have no clue how people listen to me, how they would ever pay attention to me if I sound like this. So I made it a goal for me to remove this from my speaking. And I can say, I mean, I will be watching to this video again, but I have drastically decreased my from my speech, I have, what else have I noticed? Basically the idea is, why I wanted to record this video is because now I've reached this point where when I'm with somebody in a conversation, like if I'm speaking to you in real life, which I would love to do, by the way. So if we haven't spoken to, connect to me, drop me a question or something down in the comments so we can engage and maybe meet at some point. But if I meet you, or if I meet anyone and I talk to anybody, I have now a very clear understanding of how I look from the side, of how I just look, you know, because as if there was a camera right here which is filming me when I'm talking to you. I know how I look, and I know when I look shitty. I even know when like when I have this camera interaction, I know which, like, my smile, some of my smiles, they're not really cool, and I look silly, or I don't look confident enough. I don't just like project the feelings, the emotions, the power which I want to project when in communication with other people. So I got to develop this, to build this, because I had the camera. I was talking regularly on camera. I was reviewing these videos, and I was asking myself, how can I become better? How I should remove this. I should start doing this other thing. I should start, you know, like change this, change that, change this, change that. And this is how I've improved. Obviously, this is helping me in any way, not just for recording this video. When I meet anybody and anybody, if I apply ever for a job, I'm gonna be solid there, and I'm gonna get this job regardless what, you know, like I'm gonna do it, you know, just because I know how I look, I know how to project confidence, and I mean, I'm just confident already, right? In pretty much everything I do, and you can do the same. It's just that you have to start doing it. You don't have to just listen to me or listen to other people out there. You need to start doing this. So I challenge you to start recording videos of yourself, 5 minutes a day, where you just talk about what you have done, how you've done it, what went good, what went bad, or just like one particular thing during your day that you learned or that you experienced that brought you some anxiety, some happiness, or some joy, and analyze it. And if you want me, by the way, you can reach out to me directly, and I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you some pointers as to how you can improve it. Share it with me. I'm gonna help you. So this is what I wanted to share today. It's kind of a rant. It's kind of like random, but I believe this is important, regardless where you are, regardless who you are, regardless what your profession is. If you learn and develop the skill to communicate better with others, to look better and to project more confidence within other people in any situation, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna get ahead in life, further ahead than you would otherwise. So I hope this rant was helpful. If you have any questions, or you have anything that you would like to share, make sure you drop it down in the comments. Meanwhile, I want to use this opportunity also to just briefly share that just last week I launched my course on how you can build your custom bespoke resume, a concept which I developed myself from scratch by thinking of how can we create this other new type of resume that really gets employers' attention, because employers are inundated by this type of boring, mega, like, you know, black and white resumes which nobody really cares. People are so tired of them. So I was thinking at psychology, you know, and principles as to what do people attention pay to? How can you impress people? How can you make people grab their attention? And once you grab their attention, how do you make them read the whole thing and keep them impressed and immersed and present yourself in the best possible light so that you get them to invite you to a job interview and to maximize your chances of actually getting this job. So this course is all about how you design your resume in a unique, bespoke way. Bespoke means a unique, like made to measure way, and how you write the contents of your resume so employers are super impressed. So if this is something that you want to work together with me in one-on-one capacity, because I'm working really hard with everybody who joins my course, which I released, then just follow the link down below, and I'll be happy to work together with you and to help you reach your goals. Hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you soon in another video.